stuff, and that'll pretty much wrap it up. But what I wanted to do with this last deal is we've gone over all our inside blitzes, all of our outside blitzes. If you looked over it over lunch, you got any questions, feel free to ask me anything. Basically going to go over our base dog and free safety type reads versus run. I'm sure a lot of them will look familiar to you, and it's probably things that you're already teaching your guys. And then we already watched a little bit of that run cut up tape, but we're going to run through it. Just call out a bunch of calls. Got about 50 plays on there, and hopefully you can kind of look and see how it starts looking, visually and everything. And then we'll get into start getting into the good stuff, pass coverage and all that type of thing. The main thing what we're going to do is the dog run responsibilities. The base of the dogs are just like strong safeties, essentially, like in a 4-3 defense. You got your strong safety coming down, shoot force, contain, that type of thing. Or somewhere like an outside linebacker or something like that in a 4-4 defense. Versus the option, that dog is going to feather the quarterback and take the pitch. And if he's blitzing, he's going to take the pitch right now. I know y'all know what feathering is, but basically we want to try to drag that thing out as long as we can. Don't want him to commit too soon. That way the quarterback, it's easier for him. We just want to make sure that we're making it tough on the quarterback. He's got to make a decision. And want to try to spring that thing out as long as we can and go from there. Even in main coverage on number 2, he's going to read, run, and pass first with the shuffle technique. We've talked about that. Basically what he's going to do is always split the difference between the number 2 receiver and the end man on the line of scrimmage, whether it's a tight end or a tackle. And all he's going to do is just get in his 2-point stance, and he's going to key through the end man on the line of scrimmage to the backfield and the quarterback. Basically that kind of triangle there. All he's going to do is just take a couple shuffle steps, read what's going on, and react from there. The main thing that we try to do is, with these guys right here, when they're reading, running, pass, and they're shuffling, the thing that, the coach that coached me when I was at Kentucky, he was defense coordinator at Tulane and stuff, and we went 12-0 and everything, and been following him around. The main thing he always told the safeties, and the thing that I've just been taught from the very beginning, is basically you can read that end man on the line of scrimmage and stuff and get a pretty good read as to what is going on. Is he coming out and running a route, or is he blocking down, basing, or blocking out? There's only so many things that that tight end can do, and then same for a tackle as well. But I think the main thing is he's got to key that quarterback. And the thing that we tell our safeties and the dogs is, even though you're keying through that end man on the line of scrimmage, is the ball on or off the line of scrimmage. Okay? Basically the 2 runs that we want our guys to be responsible for, the safeties too, he's going inside out, is basically if the ball's on the line, it's going to be 2 things. It'll be toss sweep, and it's going to be option. And that right now is a definite immediate run to him. Okay? That quarterback's either going to beat down the line option, or he's going to turn around and toss the ball. But right now, that's an easy key for him. He's coming up the field contained right now. Now, if the ball is off the line, even though he's shuffling out here and reading through that end man on the line of scrimmage, that ball's off the line. It could be out of play action or drop back pass. So when that ball's off the line, that quarterback's bagging up. We don't want him coming up. That's why we have him shuffle. Ball's off the line. He's going to shuffle here. Now he's reading through the end man on the line of scrimmage. If it's a run, he can come up. It's almost like secondary contain. But if he's already going back in his shuffle, next thing you know, he doesn't see that ball in a mesh point or hand it off, or he sees that end man on the line of scrimmage, pass blocking if it's a tackle, or a tight end blocking down or going out on a route, then he's already shuffling. Quarterback's off the line. He's able to get to his number 2 receiver a little bit better. So, that's the main thing that we're doing with those guys. Tell them, read that quarterback, is it on or off the line of scrimmage? And that's one of the keys that we use as well. If the quarterback's off, he's maybe thinking a little bit more pass, and then coming up secondary contain. And then if the ball is on the line, either toss, sweep, or option, he can come right now. That's kind of what we tell those guys as far as read and run or pass. He wants to set a fence post and keep the ball inside. Always wants to try to keep that outside arm free, take on any fullback block or anything like that with his inside arm, get up the field, things of that nature. Take on all blockers with the inside arm and leave the outside arm free. He's going to split the difference between the number 2 receiver and the end man on the line of scrimmage. Read your run keys, that tight end of the tackle. You know, already talked about that. There's only 3 things that tight end can do: block down, base block up, or block out, or go out on a pass route. Tackle can only do 3 things: pass set, block down, or block out, you know, on a base block. So, you know, that, or he can pull, obviously, but that's what he's reading, that in man on the line of scrimmage. Basically, run to the ball, and there's no substitute for phenomenal effort. And that's the main thing. You can always make up for a lot of mistakes if you're running the ball and hustling. So that's kind of what we're telling our dogs as far as their run responsibility. The thing that I've done, kind of done a poor job, I guess, is what I was doing was with the dogs, for some reason I had the mental thought of them playing that number 2 receiver more like a corner. You know, inside foot back, key in the hips. We weren't necessarily reading run or pass as well as we should. And the thing is that that dog has got to make sure that he's splitting the difference and getting the shuffle technique, because he is like a strong safety. He's not like a corner. And we feel like he's a good enough athlete that he can still shuffle and get out there and take a number 2 man-to-man if it's pass. Plus, he's usually going to have a free safety helping, or the inside linebackers. He's got to know where his help is coming from. And usually the number 2 receiver, you know, he's not going to be running many, you know, deep routes. It's usually going to be kind of quick game and stuff. So hopefully on that second step, he could be getting the read. And if it is pass, get out there and be able to take that man effectively. So that's kind of what we tell the dogs. Now mainly, there are things that we teach our guys, you know, talking about down keys and things like that. They're reading that in man on the line of scrimmage. You know, this guy blocks down, he's going to be shuffling. He's going to come down tight, take on everything with his inside arm, and keep the outside arm free. You know, the reach, that's when that tackle is going to block out. Well, he's going to fit up here. Okay. Same thing in here, inside flow. He blocks out, he's just going to shuffle. Okay. If there's no threat outside, he can always have the freedom to come in there and help get on the play. Okay. But just don't want him out there not being active. You know, he's shuffling. He sees the ball inside there, he's free to go in there and help make the play. Okay. And pass, obviously, he's going to be shuffle, and then get out there and cover that number 2 man-to-man. Okay. Or if he's playing 3 deep, get to the curl flat area, read the number 2 receiver.
Coach, could you show us show us what
the shuffle with the dog?
Yeah.
You know, when we watch the tape here, you know, the guys in 2001 did a really good job with it. A lot of those guys went on and played at South Carolina and stuff. But the guys are basically, you know, inside foot up. He's reading, say he's in man on the line of scrimmage, about 3 and 5 or 3 and 3. He's just reading that in. Basically, all he's going to do is just, you know, shuffle. Just a little shuffle read step is all he's going to do.
So he's going to shuffle back, and if he sees
Get kind of that back and with, you know, he's just here, just, you know, shuffling right here. You know, he's going to be up in here. He may be kind of dicking around, you know, disguising blitz and things like that. Then on the snap, he's just going to shuffle. As 2 shuffles, he should have a read right now if it's run or pass. If it's run, and he's going to come up secondary, contain. If it's pass, he still can open up and run the number 2. So just a quick little shuffle read step, that's all it is. And a lot of that stuff, that's just base stuff right here. But that's what we're telling those outside guys, those dogs. Now the run force for the free safety, a lot of this stuff is kind of similar. For the free safety, as opposed to reading that quarterback on or off the line of scrimmage. Now we got to remember now, because our free safety's back there about 8 to 10 yards. Okay, he's usually cheated to the run strength of the formation over the tackle somewhere in that area, or he's cheated to the 2 receiver side, the passing strength of the formation. Now, the main thing is he's going to be always an inside-out player. Okay, So he's always going to be inside out, kind of quarterback the pitch versus the option, but he's always going to be an inside out guy. Really try to get that guy to be patient because we don't want him overrunning the ball a lot. You know, with the linebackers and stuff like that, we want them flowing. You know, right now, if they get cut back on, that's okay. We should have a dog or somebody waiting for the cutback. Same thing with the free safety. Just be patient. You know, just be down there, inside out. Try to keep the ball inside out of you and try not to let it cut back on you. So he's always going to be an inside out run force player. On option, he's going to be inside out quarterback the pitch. Okay? Now the thing that he's got to do is that basically what I teach the guy is if it's an option, okay, right now you got to watch for option pass. Because if it's an option pass, we kind of want to try to get him to help out that corner if it's a post route or something of that nature. So basically, a lot of times our guys, I usually tell the free safety to have his inside foot up, depending on where he's never going to be just head up over the ball. If he's to the left of the ball, he's going to have his right foot up. If he's to the left of the ball, he's going to have his left foot up. So I always want him to have his inside foot up. A lot of times he'll come down, especially if he's like on the tight end or something, you know, and he may be parallel, which is fine with me there. But usually if it's option, we want him inside out, quarterback the pitch. Well, right now he sees that quarterback going down. You know, he may shuffle a little bit, and as he's going inside out, helping and seeing what that number one receiver is doing as well. And hopefully if they do the option pass, he can help us out. Maybe a little bit late, but hopefully he can read that and help us on the option. He's basically kind of like the capper guy in just capping off on the option inside out. It's essential that the free safety reads the quarterback for his run key of playing man free or 3 deep. Okay? So if we're playing cover 1 or 3 deep, I want that guy, yeah, if you can get him where he's reading the uncovered lineman, you know, trying to read if it's a heavy hand or light hand, all that stuff works pretty good. I try to get that guy to do that during, you know, practice, during the week that we're trying to get prepared, is watch those uncovered linemen, try to do that. But my opinion is that the key, and this is just what I've been taught, you know, you kind of just go with what you're used with, is that free safety's got to read the quarterback on or off the line of scrimmage. Okay? Like we're playing Nassau this year, and they had like 40 some odd attempts rushing for like 50 yards. And we were just stoning them. And we ended up getting beat because we gave up 2 plays on the option pass. One of them we're in 3 deep, and the free safety's right now coming up on the option. He didn't even read it, you know. And you know, the thing is that we're going to want him to 1 and 3 deep's all the same. He's going to be about 8 to 10 yards deep. Quarterback's off the line. He's just going to backpedal a little bit, getting his read, seeing what's happening. Okay? Because he's always a secondary contained guy. He's always inside out. So what we're going to do here, the quarterback's on or off the line of scrimmage. If he's on the line of scrimmage, it's going to be 2 run plays to him essentially. It's going to be a toss sweep. Quarterback never leaves the line of scrimmage. Or if it's down the line option, he's going to come here. He knows right now that is a run key. Okay? He is a run key. But if he sees the option, he's got to still be patient. He's got to back like this, reading, and then if it's option, he's going to come downhill, inside out, and he's going to be reading if it's option pass or not. Okay? Because he's extra whenever it's an option. Now, if the ball is off the line of scrimmage, they end up running ISO, things like that, other running plays, he's secondary contained. He can come up late, filling inside out. So I think it's essential that that free safety reads the quarterback on or off the line. Because as long as he's off the line and we're playing 1 or we're playing 3, and he's a man-free guy. He's late, secondary contained. So he didn't have to be in a hurry to come up and help inside out. Talked about that. Free safety has to recognize that. Same thing we talked about there. If the QB is on the line, the free safety has to shuffle laterally and check the halfback or option pass, and then come downhill. If the quarterback is off the line, then the free safety will take 3 read steps and then come downhill, inside out on the ball carrier for support. And basically all I tell my guy is free safety's back here, you know, 1, 2, 3, and by then he should be able, it's kind of like the shuffle step for the dog. He should be able to have a read on what's happening in front of him, and should get a good key with those couple 3 backpedal steps. The free safety reads the tight end if he has him in man coverage. Okay, he's going to read that tight end. If the tight end blocks will dictate where he fits. And we'll go over that just here in just a second. Running the ball, try not to overrun the ball carrier. We always want him inside out, be patient. You don't want him to overrun the ball. Same thing with the dogs. There's no substitute for extreme effort getting to the football. Basically, the keys on the tight end. Same thing, base. There's only 3 things I tell that free safety, that tight end do. He can block down, block out, or he's going to go out for a pass route or a base block. Okay? Right now, if he blocks down, he sees him engaging that end, he's going to fit off right off his ass, inside out. Okay? Now, as we saw in some of the tape earlier, that maybe that tackle, that tight end, the tight end is going to block out maybe on that dog. Maybe he's releasing out. Well, he's probably going to shuffle in here a little bit, but he knows now that he can help fill inside in that C gap. Okay? So, guy blocks out, base block, and he can fit inside in that area there. Then if he base blocks, right here on him, he just wants to fit outside, inside out, keeping that outside arm free, going from there.
Does he still shuffle stuff?
It's going to be a little bit different when he comes to a tight end. When he's on a tight end, I don't want him to get in the way of the bats and stuff, but maybe about 5-6 yards that he can be parallel. And he's just here, he may shuffle his feet a little bit. He just wants to read that tight end and see what he's doing. And go from there. I don't have him, back here, doing this and stuff. I just have him parallel feet, reading that guy, just kind of chopping his feet and going from there. So that's how we do that with that guy. Yes, sir.
Is that the catch technique if it turns into pass?
Do it now?
Is he a catch technique if it turns into pass?
Yeah, he's got him man-to-man.
So,
Yeah, he can catch him, collision him, do whatever he wants.
Okay.
Yeah.
How far off the line?
Usually got it about 6 or so, because really, the bats and stuff are in here. I don't want him getting in the way of these guys. So these guys, our linebackers usually always at about 5 yards deep. He'll be at about 6 or so. Just want him not to get in the way of that back linebacker. And that's basically the keys for the tight end. And that's what we tell our guys as far as run support on the perimeter. Okay? Same thing now if this is the tight end right here. Let's just say this is the tight end and this happens to be, let's just say this is like a slot formation, and this tight end here is the corner's man. That dog's going to be out here at about 3 and 3, somewhere around in there. And this corner now, that's that end guy, man-to-man. He's got the tight end. That's the number 1 receiver. Corners always have number 1. He's basically going to read, he's basically going to do the same thing and read that tight end. If he blocks down, then he can fit right off his ass if it's a run. If he blocks out, then he does have the ability that he can cut up underneath if he feels like he can get underneath and make a play. And then if the guy base blocks, he's just going to be kind of settling out here, and he'll be like secondary contained run for us, that corner. So the corner's also reading the tight end if he's got him man-to-man, if he's the number 1 receiver.
Now, where do you get the corners in depth?
Corner is about 5 or 6. Probably usually going to be slightly inside and a little bit deeper than that dog.
So you'll be inside the dog and then
Yeah.
outside maybe the tight end?
Right. Just slightly outside, maybe a half a yard or so, right outside. This guy here is going to be about 3 that dog is, and that corner is going to be about a yard, maybe about 5 or 6 yards deep, and that tight end. It's going to look like that. And essentially that is what we tell our guys as far as run support keys and things like that. And then we just go down the road from there. And I'll try to emphasize again, we don't care what the offense is doing. What if they do this? What if they do that? And it doesn't affect us. Now we want our guys to know what they're doing out of certain sets and formations, obviously to be aware of it and think certain things. But the bottom line, it comes down to we're going to run our stuff. We're going to run all the blitzes that we talked about earlier, and we're going to go from there. And just see what happens. And if they end up getting us on some stuff, then we'll adjust it as coaches. And just go down the road. Yes?
For the free safety, unless you say cover zero on the tight end, what's the free safety's first, like, steps?
He's just going to
Back
shuffle.
coming at all, or just
I just got him shuffle. I mean, not even really shuffling, just, he's just basically kind of sitting there.
Yeah.
You can have them chopping their feet or whatever you want, but I just got him keying in on that tight end, and he's just sitting here like this. Basically almost like a linebacker, waiting and seeing what's going to happen. You know, and that's essentially what we tell our guys out there on the edge. Want to be aggressive, want them running the football. But you know, 9 times out of 10, those guys are moving and doing stuff anyway, so we're never really just sitting back there, you know, just rushing 3 and those guys are reading anyway. I mean, usually the dogs are blitzing, or, you know, the inside guys are blitzing and they're doing stuff depending on what happens off that blitz. You know, they're just filling inside out, capping things off, setting the post on the corner. If they're a dog, it just, you know, go down the road. So, I mean, that's what we do in regards to talking about run force. Now, we'll get the dogs and they'll go down there and they'll do inside. You know, we usually do about 20 minutes of a day. We'll do about 20 minutes of inside, and we'll split it up. Let some of the dogs go down there to inside while the other ones are down there covering man-to-man and one-on-one. And then we'll switch it up after 10 minutes. And that's where they basically get a lot of their run work, is an inside. They'll go down there and they'll get involved. And when we go inside, and we're doing all of our blitzing and everything. You know, a lot of times we do best on best. Now, as we get into the season, we'll service each other, but it's still best on best, and, you know, we'll have some cards drawn up and stuff. Or we'll just say, hey, I'll run the counter, you know, or run the ISO. This is what their favorite running plays, just run. And we'll just get after each other and inside. And then we'll also get together. You know, I'll get the dogs over there. We'll work on crack block, you know, things like that. And we'll go from there. Main thing is I want that dog coming up the field. That number 2 is trying to crack block him. I want him to collision him and just get up the field. I don't really want him thinking, stopping, trying to get over the top, everything. Hey, make it to where that guy can't block you. You're up the field so fast that he can't block you. If he does, he's probably going to end up clipping you. So that's, you know, we'll work on some things like that, an individual and everything. We'll work on some option reads. You know, get out there, we'll run some option and work on them feathering the quarterback, get into the pitch. Essentially, that's what we do. And like earlier, we drew up everything, inside, outside blitzes. That's how we take care of the run. And it's also what we do against the pass. But now what I want to do, and hopefully y'all will be okay with this, any questions on the run stuff at all, anything. Now what we're going to do now is I got about 53 plays here. If y'all don't mind sitting back, listening to the calls, and we'll just show you what it looks like. And I think, you know, the thing too is, I was talking with Kerry, you know, our guys are going to mess things up. They're not going to, you know, we may have them doing a mob or something, and they're supposed to do this. Well, hell, if they feel like they can go make a play, go make it. We don't want them to be robots. Now, we want them to make sure they know what they're supposed to do initially, but like on that one play we saw, and we'll see it here again, like on the reverse, you feel like you get to that gap and go make a play. And we feel like, you know, even if they make a bust or whatever, we're going to have safety in numbers, hopefully, with just guys hustling and getting to the ball. And hopefully that you can tell from the tape, I mean, our guys run the ball pretty well. We have safeties in numbers. And if a guy messes up, he messes up. I mean, I bet you we watch this tape here, there's not going to be many times where, you know, everybody's doing it exactly right every time. You know, the thing is we want to make up for it with speed and getting to the ball and hustling. Nothing, you know, there's no substitute for effort. So, yeah, do you have a question?
I was wondering, with that shuffle technique with your dog,
Yeah.
if they get power or kick right at them, where does that collision usually happen? Line of scrimmage or?
You know, I don't know if you were in here earlier. We don't really care about what ifs, to be honest with you. He's got a responsibility. If he's got contained, we don't care. We want him to come up, blow whatever up. You know, hopefully by then that guy's not going to have time to get to him. We're going to have blitzes and stuff in there, hopefully disrupting that stuff. But if that fullback comes out and tries to kick him out, go attack his ass. Don't wait on him. Attack him on that line of scrimmage. And keep your outside arm free. Just try to set that fence post. You know, that's what we do. And I'm not trying to sound like a smart ass or anything like that, but I'll be honest with you, we don't give a rat's ass what the offense is doing. We don't care. You know, we don't care if they're running ISO, counter, trap, power, option, doesn't matter. We're going to do what we do. We're going to call our defense. If Coach Burks feels like calling a double dog pinch, Zulu, whatever the hell it is, we're going to run it. And we don't care what we think we're going to get. We just don't. It's kind of like an offense. They feel like they're going to run the jailbreak screen or someone like that down. That's what they're going to do. They go ahead and do it. They don't care what they see. Now, what we're going to do is, as a staff, we're going to make sure that we're watching all the film that we can. You know, 3 or 4 games. Do a hit chart. You know, we don't want to give them a bunch of stuff. We'll usually give them about 15 to 20 pages of formations. Break it down, let them know run-pass percentages in regards to where, you know, guys are lined up and stuff like that. And say, hey, when they come out in tight end doubles, and they're in the shotgun, and that back is to the tight end at 60% run. You know, we'll just kind of try to ingrain that stuff in their head all week. And then in the game, then they're thinking, hey, this is what's going to happen maybe in this formation. But we're not going to care what if they do something. We're going to run our stuff. Everything we drew up earlier, that we're going to call it. It's kind of maybe a grab bag in some sense, but you know, our defensive coordinator feels like he's got a good idea about maybe when they're going to run an inside running play or something like that. We're going to call our stuff and just go down the road. And if they get us, they get us. Just play the next play. And you know, we really don't care about what the offense is going to do. We really feel confident enough in our defense that, you know, we're going to end up hopefully out hustling them and being effective most of the time, which we are. But you know, we don't necessarily want to, you know, as coaches we may end up, you know, covering ghosts and everything, but we want our guys just go out there, play, have fun, and who cares what they do in front of you. If they pull a guy or whatever and you end up getting blocked, well, do it full speed, and then we'll have somebody else there to make up for you. And that's just kind of our philosophy and how we think about it. We really do not give a shit of what the offense is doing. Excuse my French. But we do not care. You know, if they're an option team, great. We're going to run our blitzes and we're going to go down the field and see what happens. So I think with the defense and stuff, you can't get caught up. I think it's in any defense, really. I mean, I don't think you can get caught up in worrying about what all that they do. And that's just my opinion. They may be wrong, maybe right. But I just say go on down the road and do your stuff. Don't let the offense dictate what you do. You dictate what they do depending on what blitzes and stuff that you run. And that's just how we feel about it. More so with this defense, probably. You know. What I want to do now is I got a bunch of calls here and everything. If you got any questions while we're going through this stuff, just feel free to ask. And hopefully you can get a better visual image of some of the calls and stuff that we do, you know, after watching this tape. Basically got a lot of the Kentucky tape. This is from 2003 because it has a good intercut copy. Then we got some run and play stuff here against South Carolina, and then some stuff against Nassau that we did this year, showing a little bit more of the solid stuff. That way you can see it. First call here is back close Bob. Back close Bob right now. We know that back close are going to slant right here to this side. I mean, excuse me, this right here, and this back is going to go to that A gap. And this B Bob is going to go right through that B gap there. So we got an A gap and a B gap blitz, playing one, cover one behind them. We want to attack them on their line of the scrimmage. Now, we didn't wrap up, but the reason I put this on there, I want you to see how we're hopefully attacking them from on their side of the line of scrimmage. A gap, B gap blitzer. You know, it should have a little bit soft. Now right here is where this dog has got to do a better job. You know, this guy's blocking down. You know, he should be, you know, shuffling back here. That guy blocks down. He's just be shuffling in, waiting for cutback. His footwork and stuff got a little messed up. And he was soft. But he should be thinking that, hey, that this ball bounces right there. I'm going to be right off that tackle's ass there, ready to smack that thing if it cuts back. He's a little soft right there. Michael overran it a little bit. And we got to get the guy down. All right, we got blast one. Both bats are going to be in the B gap. So we got blast one. Okay, blast one. This guy comes out here. All this does, they go in motion all they've done now is basically gone to tight end wing doubles over here. This now becomes the dog's man, and this right now becomes the corner's man. Doesn't change anything for anybody else, okay? You can see here when I was coaching, I had this guy out here not doing the shuffle and stuff, but we got that straight. You know, the defense coordinator and I have been together for 2 years and finally getting on the same page. But because I was always kind of getting nervous about, hey, that guy's the number 2 receiver out there, and you know, just got to change your thinking a little bit. Tall sweep, guys just running the ball. There's that Mike Backer running. Right now, we got this, if we just, in a perfect world, this guy's in B gap here, he's in B gap here, this guy's free. He's just reading flow, he's coming. Now, these guys didn't do a very good job of blitzing that gap there. Not bad adjustment, coming there. Now, this, now what you're talking about, you watch this dog, he did a pretty shitty job. This dog here, though, watch how soft he is, okay? All right, now he's got this guy man-to-man. I mean, this tight end man-to-man now. You should be reading him. See how he's kind of soft? He's just got to be a little bit tougher, better footwork. We ended up getting double teamed out there, but great job of that Mike Backer coming across and making the play. All right, we got match week 3. Match week 3. Strengths over here. This nose right here is going to get to the strong A. This end's going to get up the field. Mike's going to be first, bat second. He's going to go B, he's going to come A. We got 3 deep behind him. Now these guys, the dogs, are definitely just reading the outside man on the line of scrimmage. See how he got in there? It's a pretty good job. Not bad right here. Now, he's supposed to be going to this gap. Guy blocks out. I mean, he's going to be a football player coming right off the ass. Boom. Right there, not a bad job. Got Zoo Blue. Zoo Blue right here. Remember, we got all 3. All 3 guys in here are going to be blitzing now. Zoo Blue. They're just going to blitz their gaps. Okay? He's going to go opposite of where the nose goes. You can see how the free safety's stacked behind here because he's got a tight end right here. He's got number 3 out to this 2 receiver side right here. If both of them come this way, then that makes 1, 2, 3 over here. If one of them comes out, then he would take. He just got to be patient. He's back there. The dog's got just like in cover 1. Get in the backfield. That bat right there kind of olayed a little bit. Wish he would have been a little bit tougher. But nonetheless, we got everybody running the ball. You can kind of see how he ends up giving up his body a little bit there. And this guy here, shitty job by the Mike linebacker. Okay? He's not doing what he's supposed to do. You'll see it here in a second. This guy right now is supposed to be blitzing one of these gaps, and he's not blitzing. He's just sitting back there. He didn't do his responsibility the way he's supposed to do it. But you can see what happens when he waits, and he doesn't do a good job. He kind of olays a little bit. Take it on. Don't catch. Get through there. Nice job of that.
So your dogs have got the back. Dogs got the backs.
Dog right here. He's got this guy man-to-man, the tight end man-to-man. He's got number 2. In Zoo Blue, it's just like cover 1 for the dog. He's got number 2. So he'd have him right here. Okay? This free safety is going to end up having, if the back goes out here to the 2.
And he's got the number 3.
Number 3, this guy does here. Now he's going to fit inside out. He does a pretty decent job here fitting inside out. See how he's just being patient, fitting inside out right there. He overruns it though. See how he overruns it? We don't want him overrunning it. We want him to be inside out. So we got everybody, we got guys running the ball. All right, we got dog left, Bob Black. Okay, dog left. We know that he's coming here. These guys are slanting to the left. This bat right here is supposed to be going through here, but for some reason he came. Okay, I don't know what happened there, but it's dog left Black. This guy's going to blitz outside, contain blitz. Free safety comes down and has number 2 to the blitz side. Okay? He's got number 2 away from the blitz. The dog away has number 2 away from the blitz. Dog left, that's a better job of taking it on. He almost got square. That's a better job right there of taking that fullback on. You can see that. Now right here, this guy right here is supposed to be blitzing. And he didn't blitz. He got the bob. He didn't blitz. And now this Mike backer here and this bat back, they're just reading flow. And that's how we like the free safety getting involved. This is a young man that's going to Troy State, played as a freshman. See how the guy's down blind? He's just shuffling, keeping his feet active and helping Phil in there on the run. You just watch him here. He's parallel, but that's fine. He's just going to shuffle around, and he's just going to fit off that tight end. Down block right now, I know, hey, I can fit right off his ass. He does a pretty good job right here. Waiting right there, filling in there, and just mopping up.
Coach, would that also be a dog open possibly?
Could be a dog open, yes. Yep. Could be a dog open. Now right here, he probably wanted it coming from the field. And so, yeah, could have been a dog open. All right, we got solid blitz blue. Okay, solid blitz blue. Now, we had it different in 03, which we got it different now. We had this guy out here. Now we would have him inside in a 7. He's in a 3. He's in a shade. And this guy is going to be out here in a 5 technique. Solid blitz blue, though, we know he's blitzing in here. And these two guys are blitzing here. And we got blue coverage. He's got number 2. He's got the back out to his side. He's got number 2. This free safety's just got number 3. He's just reading flow. See him blitzing right there? See this B gap just opens right up. He goes right through it. Now we missed the tackle right there. It's a good job by that corner. Replacing right here. Dog slips down. We got it handled, but we just didn't end up making the tackle. But I just wanted you to see how these guys come through this gap right here. Blitzing here, boom. Coming in there, but just running the ball. Now this is how I do it. I don't know how. This guy right here is man to man. I want you to watch this corner, okay? I'll leave it up to these guys what to do. Okay, that's his man to man right here, okay? That's his guy man to man. He can either chase or he can come over the top. This kid does a good job right here though. That's his man. Just watch him following. Just watch what he does. This is him right here. He's fighting his way through the mess. He ends up overrunning it, but it's where he's supposed to be. You know, fighting his way through there. Now he's got to be careful. He may get knocked off in here, but we want him to commit one way or the other. He's just being an athlete, running, going right there. All right, we got boom left black right here. Boom left black. Now when we go boom, it's okay for this bat linebacker to get up on the line of scrimmage. That's okay. He doesn't have to always be back here. But we got boom left black. See, we're wanting it to come from the field, so we're making the left or right call. Okay? Right now I know I got number 2 to the blitz side. He's got number 2 away, which would end up being a back over here. Okay? Got boom left black. Okay? Not bad right there. Now this bat doesn't do a good job of getting in that C gap. That's where he's supposed to be. He's getting in the C gap. You'll see it from behind. Good job by the safety just fitting in there and filling. Right now this guy should be getting in that C gap. Pull this tight end down with you where this guy can come off the edge. Okay? Boom left black. Now these guys are just going to be filling and reading the flow. Not bad. All right, blast 1. Blast 1. Hopefully what you can see, I hope this is good for y'all. I mean, hopefully it's not boring for you. But what you can see is what you're going to realize here, you know, when we drew up all those blitzes earlier, there's a bunch of different ones of them, but what you'll see here with all these calls that we made is pretty much the same calls over and over. And that's where I said, and we get back to our bread and butter, just running our base blitzes. And that's basically what we end up doing here. You can have a plethora of stuff, but what we end up doing is basically calling just our base stuff that we feel comfortable with. This is blast 1 right here. Both these guys should be in the B gap. Not a very good job right there. That's why you got that free safety back there. It's a tough tackle for him. He did a good job. See, blast 1, he should be getting in that B gap. He should be getting in B gap right here. This guy here has got to make his mind up. He doesn't do a good job, this Mike linebacker. He can't get blocked. This bat right here kind of does a shitty job. You got to go blow that thing up. See, right now, what he's got to do is this is where you have to have key communication. This guy right here ends up getting in this A gap. Now, he knows that gap's taken up, that he can be patient and be behind waiting for cutback. But he didn't do that there. That's why it's key that those guys talk. See how this guy goes here? He should have known that before the snap. Now, I can be patient back in here in the backside, but he didn't do that, okay? And this guy's, tough. He's out here on an island. I mean, I'm not really faulting this guy as much because the ball was off the line. He doesn't know if it's play action pass or not. He didn't see it in the mesh point. Now, he should see these guys pass blocking. He should be a little bit faster, but at the same time, I'm not going to chew him out for being late coming up. I'm just glad he made the tackle. We got our corners coming in here. All right, Zoo Blue. Going to bring all 3 middle inside linebackers. All 3 of these guys are blitzing. Okay? Now up top, they kind of took it to us up top. Right now, all these guys are blitzing. He's kind of hesitating. Get in there. Safety does a good job of that safety. See, he's got number 3 man-to-man. I kind of got him cheating over here to the tight end side. He's just going to be patient. Wait in here and just help cap off. Not a bad job. All right, we got boom left black. Okay, boom left black. We've already determined which way the blitz is going to come. We didn't go open or closed. This guy should get in that C gap. He's right here, getting outside, contained. Got number 2 to the blitz side. Good job inside with penetration. Now he's supposed to be getting all the way down to the B gap here, but he felt like he could make the play, so he just kept going down. Both of these guys right here, good players. Western Kentucky that won the Division I AA National Championship a couple years ago. These 2 guys played for us in '03, and they went up going to Western Kentucky. They started for them last year on the defensive line. 2 really good guys, good players right there. But good job. Nice job getting in the backfield. All right, we got double dog pinch white. Double dog pinch white. Okay? Double dog pinch white right here. Tight ends right here. Free safety made a quick right call. Okay? I'm right. I know I'm blitzing. Still 2 back. I'm going to be a contained blitzer up here. I got number 2. The remaining back is going to have number 3. Linebacker's not blitzing. Double dog. Now, we showed this to you earlier. This guy screws up. If they pitch it here, we're screwed. Okay? Right now, he should be going towards that fullback's outside shoulder. Okay? Then we'll have the other guys inside worrying about the quarterback and stuff. But we got lucky there. But you can't fault the kid for making a tackle for a loss. He thought he could get there. Now, knowing him, he's at North Alabama right now, but he just screwed it up. He didn't even think about pitch, I guarantee it. He just thought he could go make a play, but you got to be careful. He's got to be aiming right there, that shoulder and collision in that guy. So we got enough guys in here. We got enough guys in here to help with the quarterback. Watch this. We got these guys in here, these 3 here. He contains them. We got plenty of guys. See, we got plenty of guys out in here to help with the quarterback. He's got to get the pitch and attack that outside shoulder. And don't be a dumbass like this safety here. Real smart. Cost us 15. All right, we got Zoo Blue again. Zoo Blue, all three middle linebackers are blitzing. You can see how the free safety stacked back here. Okay? Attack on their line of scrimmage. Not bad, wrap him up. He's blitzing here, they're blitzing, getting in the backfield. That back probably could have taken on the linebacker a little bit better. I mean, that back wasn't too bad, he ended up making the play. Just going, this guy's just got to be patient, waiting for it to leak out. We got mob right 1. Mob right 1. You know, now he's going to try to get all the way down that A gap. Now, he doesn't do a good job here. He's going to get all the way to that A gap, reading that near hip. We got the bat of Mike blitzing off the edge right here. Okay? Good job of filling by the safety. Mob right 1. They're coming here. Not bad. I mean, that bad linebacker, you can tell there, he's a little soft. Man, that's an open door for him. Block down, block out. That's an open door. That's his gap. He should be hitting, getting it right now. It's almost like a blitz for him. He kind of hesitates a little bit. So he kind of hesitates, waits for the guy to come to him. But it's a pretty decent job of this free safety here helping out too, and the dog coming in. Got to get in there and help out. We got blast 1. Blast 1. These bats are getting in. I don't know what the hell he's doing. He's way too deep right here. That Mike should be right in here. They're getting in B gaps. That's a way to take on that ISO right there. Good job of taking that ISO on. That's a good job by him. Open door, go attack that fullback. He's too deep. Not bad there. Open door for him. He's blitzing. That's a good job of taking on that fullback right there. We have a call here. We didn't call it last year. It's Lightning Week Black. Basically what's going to happen in Lightning Week Black, he's going to come down and take number 2 to the blitz side. This end was going to get up the field. We're going to bring these guys inside. The dog in the back, Flo went away. This guy does a good job up here of feathering that quarterback. We'll be patient. Not too bad. That Mike backer's there, able to run with the football. Now he didn't do a good job here, this bat didn't, obviously. You can watch his bat right here. You know, right now, he should be reading these blocks here, flows here. He could be boom, right outside right there, running. He hesitates. You can see his footwork wasn't good. Good job of the Mike backer there. We got pinch special white. Pinch special white tells us that we got the dog and the bat, and the dog and the bat to both sides blitzing. Okay? See both of them, everybody blitzing there. Better job on the option. Got to be careful of that dog turning in like this. You want to make sure you keep that inside foot up, outside foot back. So you can see the pinch there. Stay free safety, be careful, don't overrun. The pinch special, we got all bats and dogs coming. We got Zoo Blue again. All the middle linebackers are blitzing. You can tell how the free safety stacked back here. We showed this earlier. Zoo Blue doesn't change anybody in here. They created trips. We just go to our rule. I got number 2. I got number 3. You can see them talking. Good job of getting through there, inside out. See the safety overran it. No. But it's a good job of reading it here, but you know, he just overran it. All right. Got Boom Right Black. Boom Right Bob Black. Right now, this is where we do our little check right here. Boom Right Bob Black. We know right now they're slanting to the right. I got this dog and bat coming. They come in motion, create trips. I got to check buck. Now I become a contained blitzer. This guy didn't do a great job of contained blitzing right here. This bat has a bob call, so he's getting through the B gap. Free safety has number 3. I got number 2. Just go down the road. Good job. Inside out. Good. He didn't come. He went from a 5-man pressure to a 4-man pressure. See how that bat, he didn't do a good job right there. He's too soft. Okay? He's been attacking that guy's outside shoulder right there. But we got everybody inside out. Good job by the safety and the mic. Okay? We got dog right, mob black. Dog right, mob black. Okay, right now, dog right, this free safety would be over here, and he's got the number 2 receiver out of the backfield. They go motion, he's going to come over here, he's going to take 3. This dog's away from the blitz, he takes 2. Okay? We got dog right, this left dog is blitzing, and we got mob on. This guy should be here and he should be here, but he ended up making a play because he just was a football player. Go back there. So we don't get mad at them if they don't do exactly what. Now right now, before the ball snaps, this guy doesn't do a good job. He should be getting all the way to A. He should be coming here. He should be coming here. Okay? Now it looks like he starts here, but then he just sees the ball and everything this way, and he goes open door. I mean, he goes and just makes a play.
Coach, on mob, is it hard for that, do you find that hard for the end, all the way down to the...
It's different for him because we don't ask him to do it a whole lot, you know, and that's why, you know, they work on it in practice a whole lot. You know, because we really never, that's the only time we really ask him to get all the way to that A gap. So it is different for him. But we're hoping that, you know, that guy just didn't get down there. We're just hoping to do a change up with it, you know, and you can tell we didn't do it right there, but we're hoping to.
Are you expecting a lineman to kind of suck down on that maybe?
We're trying to. We're trying to get that, we're trying to get them to suck down, and that we got 3 coming off the edge. And, you know, it's been a good call for us. That end's got to try to get to that A gap, read that hip of that guard or that center, and try to get all the way down there, in there to it. As long as he's at least going that way, and hopefully he's sucking the lineman down, you know, because he's flashing in front of their face. All right, we got Zoo Week 1. Right now we got Zoo Week 1. This is the weak side of the formation. He's Bat and Mike going to be blitzing A gap, B gap, weak. But right now, A gap, B gap, weak. Okay, he's coming in here. He reads flow, and I think he came the other way. He just read flow. But see, it's why you also got to have confidence that everybody else is doing this right. He should be coming right through here. Because when it cuts back, you got a dog in here and a free safety, and the guy's rotating over the top. It's tough. He's got to do his responsibility. See how he got washed out? Wasn't a good job by him.
What's the coverage again?
Cover 1. Yeah, cover 1. With this guy, just, I mean, you got to do your responsibility. You've got to get in that A gap.
You also cut off the other back.
Him and him, yeah. You know, I mean, he screwed it up for us. Ended up being a decent play for them. Cut back. We got mob right 1. All right, mob right 1. He's got to try to get all the way down to that A gap, okay? He didn't do it here. We got Bat and a Mike coming. Good job there. Now see, at least he's trying to get down there. You can see it better here. Says trying to get down there. If the guy blocks down, he caves it in, which helps out right there. He comes here, he should be coming right there. Good job of fitting right there and then causing. Good job. We got Boom Right, Bob Black. Okay. Boom Right. We got these two guys coming off the edge. Bob, he's going in B gap. At Black, I got number 2 to the blitz side. Okay. Now they got to come over here because they go trips. We got to do our adjustment. I got number 2 now. I'll come over and take number 3. We'll still keep the blitz on here from the back side. These guys are blitzing hard. Good job by everybody running the ball. Good job of that dog. These guys are running hard, running from behind. Good job here. Everybody running to the ball. Good job on the option right there. All right, we got Zoo Blue again. If y'all need me to stop or you got any questions, just let me know. I'm hoping this is helping. Everybody's going in their gaps. Recreating the line of scrimmage right there. Zoo Blue, just getting their gaps. See, when he does it right, it works out good for us. Good job of everybody getting in their gap, them getting in there, disrupting it on the other side of the line of scrimmage to get tackled for losses. Here we go. Double dog pinch, Mike Weak White. All we've done now is determine where that Mike linebacker is going to go. So we got double dog pinch, Mike Weak White. And it sounds like a lot of stuff, but basically when y'all can do, we go double dog pinch, Mike Weak White. So you can come up, we try to come up with the simplest stuff that we can. It's double dog, pinch, Mike Weak White.
Coach, you huddle?
We do the guys inside, yeah. In the free safety will usually be up in the huddle. He usually knows all the calls and signals. And when we go, basically he's going to be the one that's responsible for getting the corners if it's man or 3D. They don't really know, they need to know if it's white, black, whatever. If he gives them this, it's man. If he gives them this, they know it's 3D. So, but it is essential that the free safety, he's got to know the calls and everything too. So we got double dog pinch, Mike Weak White. You can see they're on the outside coming right there. He made a quick right call. Got this guy right here. Better. It wasn't pretty, but he's trying to be a contained blitzer. I wish he was attacking that guy better. Okay? He's running from behind. Get outside. Not too bad. Wish he'd tackle a little bit better. That back got lucky coming underneath. Got to be careful coming underneath right there.
Yeah, option, you have a problem with quarterback ball.
No.
That tight end, because you got your dog.
Yeah.
Better than going pitch.
Yeah.
The tight end has a free shot on that. You kind of create a soft edge, so you're safety to the next play, or?
Yeah, we usually got them there. I mean, speed helps. Yeah. I see what you're saying, that tight end can chip up. But right here.
Our safety wasn't very good last year, and so that edge was real soft.
If you really think about it right here, this tight end does a good job. Right now, if this guy reads flow this way, you'd like for him to come and smack that thing right there.
Yeah. Okay?
Then he wouldn't get into him, he comes underneath and he's able to get a piece of the safety. So that tight end did a good job there. See how he's able to get both of them? But if he would have just attacked it, that allowed him to get outside, not get caught up. But the speed helps. You're right. Oh, you got pinch special white right here. When we go special, that means all the bats and dogs are blitzing. Everybody's blitzing. So we got pinch special white. Everybody's coming off the edge. That's kind of our goal line defense, so to speak. Right now we got the bats coming and the dogs. That's a good job of that. Really good job of this dog right here. coming off the edge, getting there. All right, this is against South Carolina now. We got dog closed, mob black. So dog closed, mob black. We know right now, dog closed, mob. All right? Dog closed, mob. We got trips. Okay? Dog closed, we know that they're slanted the strength of formation. We got dog closed, mob. This guy should be all the way to 8, and these two bat, the mic and the bat are coming right out here as well. Trips, our secondary coverage checked everything. We got black call, trips. I go take 2, I take 3. We got dog closed, mob black. See right here, these guys, that guy's trying to get across the face. We got the dog coming, the mic and the bat coming right there. Good job of that. That's a good job of that free safety. The shuffling. Now see right now, what we're going to do, try to do a better job this year. This guy's more in a coverage mode there. We want him more, splitting the difference and shuffling and going. Maybe he can help us be a little bit more effective on the run. But that safety does a nice job right here. Shuffling. See, we got everybody running the ball. Safety in number. Pretty good picture right here. Now, thing is that he's got to try to get down. And 2 years ago, we didn't do a great job with him getting there. We did a better job this year of that end, getting to the A gap. But he knows right now, I got to be outside this guy, but he just finds a hole and comes. Good job of the safety, everybody running the ball. Not a bad job. All right, we got Zoo Blue. Zoo Blue, all these guys right here, they know they're blitzing now. It's a little bit different out here when you go zero coverage. He may have to think a little bit more pass. But he's got 2, I got 3. Everybody get there and run the ball. Good end zone copy. Everybody should be getting their gap. A little soft right there. He should be hitting it right out. Boom, and hitting there. This bat here does a crappy job. This bat right here should be hitting this right here. He's got that B gap. You can see he kind of comes outside and screws it up a little bit. Watch it. See, he didn't read the guy in front of him. Ends up making the play, but it could have been a little bit crisper. It could have been a little bit nicer. What time is this session supposed to be done?
5:05.
Huh?
5:05.
We'll keep going. Double dog pinch, Mike, be quiet. Got trips over here, double dog pinch. Now what we had to do here is he's got to check buck. This guy's got to be outside more and coming on a contained blitz. Check buck. Okay? Check buck. Now the reason I put this on here is because of that. No contain. And that's what happens when the defense breaks down. He's got to come out and take number 2. We got trips. Now this guy gets a buck call. His ass has got to get out here and contain blitz. You can tell when he doesn't get to contain. You can tell when his safety doesn't do a good job reading it either. Get outside. Now we got guys running now. But, you got to do your responsibility.
You have him disguise that, or does he?
No, he just screwed it up.
Ron, on your backside, sometimes it's an ad, sometimes your dog. Do you want him getting the quarterback on this, or just letting it? He's been letting it go.
Just let it go. I mean, he's trying to watch the mesh point and everything. You can kind of tell he's kind of trying to read it a little bit. Hopefully this guy's reading it too. Could have contained better there. Run into the football though. All right, double dog pinch wide again. He's got to check buck. Same thing. He doesn't get outside good enough. Okay?
So we come back out this year.
Yeah, we're going to split a little bit more, disguise it a little bit more. Now this guy here, he's got to be outside, but we got the slant going, and we were able to get guys coming inside that. Good job of that nose right there. Double dog pinch white again. Same thing, got to check buck. It's better job here. Better job here. He checks buck. He's coming right here. Better. Better job right there. Just reading, be patient. Good. Got blast one here. Blast one. Just kind of let it run a little bit more. Got trips. Got trips, but our checks out here, when they get out wide like this, there's not much disguising you can do. You're not going to be splitting the difference and shuffling. It's a little bit different. You better get in pass mode here. These three guys here. We got blast in here though. Okay? Now what's going to happen is we're going to make the spin call in cover one. If it's pass, this guy's going to come to the middle of the field, replace this free safety, looking inside out. 1, 2 to 3. Here they're running this. He's got to make sure to run first. Corner does a good job here, as well as that dog on the backside. Run the football.
That's the dog that comes back on that, on the spin?
Yes. This guy right here, he could be in a better alignment. I mean, he's not bad, but he's got a spin call. We didn't do a good job the first year of communicating this very well. If it's pass and he's got to be the one replacing, that's his guy right here, but both of them do a fairly good job of playing run first. Should you maintain outside leverage? Not bad. We got blast one again. Got trips. He kind of lined up out here inside, which is okay. He disguises it, goes in B gap, B gap. He's just reading flow. Free safety's right there helping, capping it off. Blast, he's B, B, free right here. Reading that tight end, not overrunning it. Good, not bad. Got boom left black. Boom left, these guys are coming here. Boom left black. I got to come over here, this free safety, take number 2, man to man. Just want you to see where they're supposed to be coming from. Boom left black, he's coming here, C gap, he's here. Okay, not bad. We got zoo week 1. All right, zoo week 1, tray formation. 1, 2, 3. Get a spin call. If it's pass, obviously these are all runs here. Zoo week 1, not bad. This guy should be coming here and here. Zoo week 1, okay. Spin call if it's a pass.
So he just gets back to the middle then?
Yeah.
The dog.
Good job of the dog right here, though. Guy blocks down, he's just being patient. Cut back, not a bad job. Back closed Bob 1, okay? Back closed. They got out here an ace. I believe we would have made a straight call over here. Back closed is going to be coming here, slanting here. He should be getting an A gap. He should be getting a B gap over here. Playing cover 1. A gap, B gap. Not very good. He should be getting in B gap, he's going A gap. Okay? This free safety should be over here better. Okay? Because it's 1 coverage. He should be over here. He lined up wrong. He would have been in a better position to make this play inside out. See, this guy right here is too damn soft. That's his B gap. Go hit it right now. Boom. He's too soft. Mike Backer's got to do better there. Okay? And they got us on that one. Didn't do a good job. Blast 1. Blast 1. Getting these B gaps here, contained, staying outside. Good job of that corner coming up and helping too. B gap, B gap. Don't be careful. You got to stay outside. Keep your outside arm free. Good job by the corner coming off and helping. We got zoo week 1. Zoo week 1, we got trips. Had to make the check call right here. Spin. Zoo week 1, they're going to go on the A gap, B gap week over there. A gap, B gap. You gotta hit that better. Gotta hit that A gap better. Not too bad with that backside bat. Right? Good job of the safety filling in there. We got double buck pinch 3. Playing 3 deep behind it. Double buck pinch 3. These guys are going to pinch in here. The bat's going to come off the edge. Edge here, we're playing 3 deep. Curl to flat. Over here, playing 3 deep over here. Get outside. Job of that dog coming up. Same. 3 deep. He's got to get in that C gap. Not too bad. Come up. Run the ball. We got mob right 1. Okay. Mob right 1. Okay. These guys try to get all the way down there A gap. We got him slanting here, coming here and here. 1. Now I got 3 and I got 2. We're going to try to disguise this better this year. You miss a damn tackle, that's how you want him coming. That's how it helps when he gets in that A gap. That dog's coming there. Good job of waiting on the cutback. Gotta make that tackle. Gotta make that. Good job here though, this dog. Shuffle it. Now he's working on this. I don't know what this guy was thinking. That's that bad linebacker. He didn't do too bad. That's the corner, excuse me. That dog's out here shuffling, waiting for cut back. Boom. Not bad. We got Zoo Blue here. Zoo Blue. He just over top here. Boom. Run the ball, get in the backfield, cause confusion. Get in their gaps. Here, here, and here. Not too bad. Good job of that linebacker. Come on, make a play. Okay. Show you some of these. Y'all doing okay? It's what is it? 5?
Yeah, 5 minutes.
We got till 5:05?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We're almost done. All the rest of this now is against Nassau this year. Okay? And just wanted to show you solids and stuff like that we ran. Now we went solid heads where these guys lined that head up in basically 2s, even. Okay? This guy's over here for solid, strengths over here. And we got solid heads, blitz blue. We're blitzing everybody. Okay? Playing blue behind it. This guy comes in motion. All right? Now I got 2. I come over here, I got 3. I go and I have 1 over here now. Everybody stays the same inside blitzing. That's how you blitz. Don't have sideline end zone copy this. JUCO, we don't have inside end zone. Those other end zones we got from those D1 schools. It's a good job here, and that's how it looks. This guy's a sophomore now. Better job running the football. All right, we got solid heads, double dog pinch white. Solid, double dog pinch white. Okay, solid. The strengths up here, double dog pinch white. This guy made a quick left call. Okay? Made a quick left call. Now what he's trying to get the buck call here. You can tell he's trying, but really he's not going to check buck because this guy's already down. It's kind of a bastard thing, but he's already down, so he didn't have to check buck. But he knows now, I got this guy in motion, I come over and I take 3. Good job. That's the bat linebacker right there. The guy that made that play. Solid heads, blitz blue. It's got everybody blitzing in their gaps. And hopefully you can see why we like this. We got solid heads, double dog, pinch white. Is that, I mean, they got everybody boxed in. They only got the threat of one guy really going out on the pass. So we're able to get almost 10 guys in the box. You can see how we're crowding it. That's the linebacker right there that Georgia and Michigan, everybody's already off. And he's down here to 7. He's just getting in this gap, getting up the field. Good job by the dog. Everybody out here running the football. We got tough. We got tough. Mike Strong 1. Okay? We go tough. All right, head up. 3 techniques. These guys are going to get the 7 and a 7 up here. Okay? That's that tough front that we showed you earlier. I think maybe last night. Mike Strong 1. I don't see how you can run against that when you got that many people in the box. That's me personally. Everything's taken care of. You got a guy that's going to come off and try to block that Mike. Well, he's the one that comes free. It's tough, Mike Strong 1. We got tough, boom left black. Tough, boom left black. We know right now that tough, that bat, and this dog's coming, boom left black. Free, the corner's got this number 2 right, number 1, and now if the bat came out here, that free safety would take number 2 to the right side because we got boom left on it. Not bad job here of this free safety being patient and reading. Not too bad. A little bit too much. Solid heads, pinch 1. And we've got solid heads, solid, okay? For some reason he's out here this time. He should be in a 7, but we had him in a 9. Pinch 1. It's going to pinch inside, play 1 behind it. Yeah, that was 52's twin brother. He messed up. He should be in C gap, getting in that C gap and disrupting that. But not bad. You'll see the dog here kind of dicking around. Not bad. Waiting for it outside, waiting for it to spill. We got pinch special white. Going back to the base, pinch special white. We're bringing the dog. Now he had to check buck because we got trips over here. Okay? Pinch special white. He's checked buck, I'm contained. This dog can still blitz. We got pinch special white. Good job of that corner. The guy slipped through there, and he's just being patient. He's a little bit tight. That's his man. He's just being patient. Not bad by the corner. That Mike's got to read that better. Solid heads, double dog white. Strengths over here, we got solid. Bringing the dogs. A couple more. Solid heads, blue. Blitz blue. And right now, that's the corners. This is the dogs. That corner should be back just a little bit more. Okay? They motion over here to create trips. I got basically it's a heavy formation. Okay. Now he's got to make sure if any type of wheel route, that corner's got the first back out because really his number 1 is in the backfield now. They motion over and they've created trips. That's number 2. That's number 3. We just stay with our rules. Just blitz and everybody blitz blue. And we got tough, boom open black. We got tough in here with the boom open. They're going to be slanting this way. He's going to come off the edge here. He should do a little bit better job. taking that guy on, not too bad, keeping his outside arm free. Everybody's running the ball. See, they're slanting here first. They just redirect. In the backfield, though. See how we're getting in the backfield? That's what we wanted to do. Recreate the line of scrimmage. Keep that outside arm free. All right, we got blast one. 2 more plays. Blast one. All right, blast one. He's got to be patient out here. Getting them B gaps. Stay out there. Blast one. Good, everybody running the ball. Yeah, Mike's got to be careful now. He almost overran it. We should have inside out, free safety coming in. Last one, we got boom left black. Okay, boom left black, back, and this dog are coming. Okay, free safety's going to hang out over here because that's number 1. Over here, he's going to take the back out if they ended up going out on a pass. Boom left black. It's penetration, good job just getting in right here. And that A gap, slanting that. Now this end doesn't do a good job. I mean, that bat doesn't do a very good job right here. You should try to be fighting to get to that C gap. But nonetheless, that Mike's got to end up getting in there. You can't be soft like this. And essentially that right there is it's about 53 plays. I hope that helps you all. Seeing how we take care of our blitzes versus the run. And we'll do things wrong sometimes, obviously. But we just want to have safety in numbers and running the football. That's kind of what the calls look like. And I hope that helps you. I hope it does. And the thing is that all that stuff there, as long as even if they mess it up, run, get to the football. That's the thing we stress to those guys. Sprint, get to the football, and go from there, and just whatever happens, happens. Don't worry.